Player 2 has joined the game.
All right. I knew this was going to be a long podcast. We haven't even gotten into news of the week. You want to get into news of the week?
Sure.
Not a whole lot to talk about this week, but I'm sure we'll have some thoughts on it. Last week was Mega Man's 30th anniversary. Now, I haven't ever been the biggest Mega Man fan, but these announcements have me over the moon excited.
Yep.
So let's run through them. First thing that was announced is that all 8 Mega Man X games are coming to PS4, Xbone, and Switch, and I think Steam also, so I think also PC. In 2018, the only catch, everybody was reporting that this is an X collection. And then Kotaku updated, like, actually, based on what they said, all they said is all 8 Mega Man X games are coming to current-gen consoles. They never said
that it's going to be one
collection
game
where they,
with all
like,
of them.
oh, if you... Capcom's been doing so well this last year between Resident Evil, Ultra Street Fighter 2, and now this and other announcements. I'm pretty sure it will be a collection. I don't know if they'll put all 8 in one.
Maybe do it over 2.
I almost wonder if they'll go 1 through
2,
3 on
3.
1 because that's 16-bit, and then you jump up to 32 and 128-bit, whatever it was, with the PS1 and the PS2 games. I'm so excited for that because all I have ever played is Mega Man X1 on PC. I've got an SNES
with
Classic.
the Gravis.
Yeah. I've got it on the SNES Classic, and I've got the Pi, obviously. I'm going to play through all those games, but now I'm like, I'm going to buy... If this is a collection, I'm going to buy it, so I might as well just wait for that. Have you played any... I know you only played... I think you only played Mega Man X1 also, but did you play any of the PS1 or PS2 games?
I may have tried 2 or 3 on an emulator at some point, but I never played them extensively.
Okay.
I may not have played them at all, but if I did, I didn't play them much. I never played anything after 3.
The ones after 3, they look so beautiful. Like,
really?
I want to. I hope they... I don't know if they're going to HDify them or anything, but I'm sure they will look better than they looked on PS1 just because they'll be in 1080p and stuff. Even if they don't do anything with the actual the textures and the sprites and all that, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait to play those.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 are both coming to Switch. They didn't put dates on it, but this is one of those things that was like, it should have been there at launch.
Yeah, I don't
because
need
Mega
them.
Man is Nintendo.
Right.
I bought Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 on the PS4. I think I bought it was on sale for $5. I just never touched it.
Yeah, I have it too. I played through... I think I'm going backwards. I think I beat 6, and I think I even beat 5, and then I think I'm somewhere in the middle of 4 and never finished that one. But I don't need... What's on the second collection?
7, 8, 9, and 10. 9 and 10 I want to play. 7 and 8.
9 and 10 are on it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, crap. So maybe I do kind of want that. 7 and 8 aren't bad, but they obviously 7 very much feels like a Super Nintendo game, and 8 very much feels like a PlayStation game. Like, it just doesn't have that that feel of 1 through 6, and 9 and 10 for that matter.
Yeah. Did you get 9 and 10 on your Wii?
I had 9.
Okay.
But I never played 10. And I don't even think I ever beat 9, but I have it, or had it. I mean, I guess I have it, but
somewhere in
I haven't
storage.
turned my Wii on in 5 years. But no, 9 was it might as well have been an NES game.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That's why I'm kind of worried about 11.
Mega Man 11 was announced. The first new Mega Man game in 7 years.
Because
that'll be out next year, so first in 8 years.
I just feel like I get it. You can't just keep making NES-styled Mega Man game. Like, 9 and 10 was cool. It was a blast from the past, whatever. But I couldn't really tell because I didn't get to see much of it. I don't know if 11 looks more like 7 or 8 or
Well, the trailer should be playing right here for you, if I remember to do it.
I'm excited. It looks good. I'm just worried about how it will feel.
So, yeah, like... So, all right, well, let me go through this. So, Mega Man 11 was announced. It's coming to everything. What else? Yeah, so we've got the slide. We've got the charge shot. We've got Rush. And then you've got these gears. Did you notice that under your E-tank and your weapon tank, there's these gears.
Metal Gears.
It's Metal Gear. In the trailer you're seeing here, you'll see something like he does a certain attack. I can't remember what it is now because I'm not looking at the trailer. But it uses those gears like they light up or something. It's another attack. So they've evolved Mega Man. Okay. I like that. I like the art style. It's kind of what Mighty Number 9 probably should have been, is what this game's going to be.
Yeah.
People are worried because it's not the old art style. That
I almost wish instead of Mega Man 11, I almost wish they would have just made Mega Man X8 or 9 or wherever they
Mega
are.
Man B. I don't know.
Oh yeah, start something fresh. But it definitely looks more like an X. And I love Mega Man X, but it just 7 and 8 never really felt like Mega Man. I mean, they did, but they didn't. So I almost wish if they were going to make a new game in that art style, make it an X or start something new altogether.
It's different from the X art style also. I do think it looks like original Mega Man for this era.
Yeah.
People are worried though because Mega Man is so like the gameplay is just perfect and it's like pixel by pixel like it has to control perfectly or the game doesn't work. So some people are worried because they were saying based on the trailer it looks like it'll be floaty and stuff. I'm like, you haven't played it. How do you know if it controls floaty or not? Like you. But
I get it because that's kind of how 7 and 8 felt.
Oh, and
as soon as it was no longer right, as soon as it was no longer that original 8-bit, it lost something. It looked good and it was still fun, but it didn't. It definitely lost something. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll get it, but
yeah, it's coming out in late 2018. Again, I've never been the biggest Mega Man fan, but just seeing that, I'm like, okay, yep, sign me up.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm assuming this is going to be like a $20 game.
I assume it'd be $20. So they were saying Mega Man 9 and 10 on the Wii were $15. So I would assume the natural progression would be 20. Yeah. I don't think it'll be 30. I think 30 is too high.
That's too high
for a 2D Mega Man game. I think 20 is perfect, and I'll pay that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
just to play it. And there was a discussion on GameScoop because somebody wrote in like, I've never played the original Mega Man games. Is it okay that I look up the robot order?
Yes.
100%. Because this is 2017. It's okay.
We have that information available.
You should never just go, well, I don't know, Cutman's first, but then after that, I don't know. No, you look up the order.
Yeah.
Don't like, here's what the enemies are going to be, but just look up the order, play through it,
yep.
So you know what.
That's what I was doing when I was playing through 6 and 5.
You should do that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That doesn't make you a baby or a wuss or anything like that. Definitely look up the order and play through it the right way.
Right.
Any other thoughts on Mega Man and all the announcements?
What I will say, if you want to challenge yourself, if it's doable, you need to look and be able to stop yourself. Just look up who you should start with. Because usually it makes sense. Like if you fight Fireman, and you should probably fight Iceman
with
next,
the firepower
or something. Yeah. And if you're going to fight, and then once you have Iceman, maybe fight Waterman. And when you fight Waterman, then maybe go take on Electric Man. And then, you know, like use your brain. And it all, for the most part, usually it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually just look them all up because I'm that way. But
yeah, the other cool thing I was going to say, Colin tweeted this first. In Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, did you see this? Like in the artwork of Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, they put concept art for Mega Man 11 in there. It was right in front of everybody's faces, and nobody knew it was Mega Man 11. It's so cool.
Right, yeah.
So cool. And it looks like one of the bad guys is going to be Rockman, and Rockman is Mega Man in Japan, so that's just like Nexus of the Universe stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Man, lots of announcements. I'm very excited for it. Next up, PlayStation 4 sales. This is insane. This console... It is fantastic. PlayStation 4 sales are now over 70.6 million sold, not shipped, as of December 3rd. That's up from their last time they announced sales numbers. In June, it was 60.4 million. So in 6 months, they've sold 10 million units.
What, 5 years after launch?
4
years?
This thing's going to hit 100 million. It's going to hit 100 million. Because I think we're going to get PS5 in 2019. And it's still going to the 4 is going to live on for a couple years after that.
Yeah.
It'll hit 100 million. I am very confident saying that now.
It'll be close. I think this last, 6 months were an anomaly. It's obviously they're not going to sell another...
That would be 20 million.
20 million
right.
over the next year. But they almost kind of have to.
With the 5 coming.
If the 5 is coming, I don't know. I don't know if it'll hit 100.
I think it'll hit 100 million. And also, you got to think also, though, once the 5 comes out, the PS4 Pro will probably be $200 instead of $400.
Right.
You know, the regular PS4 will be $100. Actually, they'll probably.
And for the first year or two, probably everything that comes out on the 5 will also come out on the 4. So there will still be reason to pick up a 4 if you somehow don't already have one.
I think the PS4 is going to end up my second favorite console of all time. When all is said and done, behind the Super Nintendo, I think it'll be tough to ever beat the Super Nintendo.
I think it already is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Not only the games that have come out on this, but just bringing the best games from the PS3 over and just uprising them, like God of War 3,
right?
And Last of Us, the Uncharted collection, every other Dark. Oh, you didn't play Darksiders yet?
No, I haven't.
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Ernie says it's better than Zelda. So I'm like, okay, I will give it a try because people say it is 3D Zelda. I'll give it a try, but it's still like your death. You're not like the hero of time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, PSVR has now sold 2 million units.
Is that good? What were they?
A year. Just over a year. It came out October last year.
What were they expecting? Do you
know? They were hoping to hit 1 million by April, and they hit that.
Okay.
I haven't heard of anything past that.
VR just seems like, at least right now, it seems like the whole 3D TV thing that never really caught on. Like, I can watch TV, but I need to wear these glasses that need a battery in them. And, I can play VR, but I need to have like 17 wires coming out of my head that plug into this and this and that and that and this and that. And
you're kicking your dog.
I just
stepping on your cat.
I don't think it's there yet.
So, but did you see Adam? The free trial thing, he got it. Adam, hook a brother up.
Yeah,
I want to try it. Adam,
I do want to try it. I want to try
it.
I'm very, very curious.
Did you see? I tweeted him. I said, "Hey, if you want RE7, let me know." He said, "No, thanks. I'm not very fond of pooping my pants."
Oh God, I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I could do it either. But I'd love to watch somebody else play through that first hour in VR.
I would love to try that
because when you're playing, you see it on the TV also, so Jess can sit there and watch me. Like,
that would make for a good Let's Play.
It would.
Adam, hook us up.
Hook us up. We'll bring the Elgato. I don't even know what that looks like, but we could figure it out. So shout out to PS4, to PlayStation. PSX wasn't that great, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. Next up, the Mount Chiliad mystery in GTA 5 has finally been solved 4 years after it was released. Do you know what this is?
I don't know what they found out.
But do you remember it?
Yeah.
So if you go up on Mount Chiliad, there's that mural that shows the mountain with like a picture of a jetpack and some question marks and like a UFO over it and all this other stuff. GTA Online, because it's never going to die, launched a new expansion, the Doomsday Heist. And as part of this heist, you get the jetpack.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it in GTA Online as a whole, but now I'm like, I need to free up 75 gigs on my hard drive and install this thing and do the heist. The jetpack. So there's been this whole conspiracy based on this mural that Rockstar could have put in the game just to screw with people. That you had to do certain things at certain times to get the jetpack, and now it's coming out that the jetpack's we're just going to put it in the game. I assume you can buy it outside of it. Comment below and let me know if this has already been solved and I just haven't paid attention. But yeah, the jetpack's in GTA. The best part of GTA San Andreas was the jetpack, and now it's in GTA 5.
Yeah.
4 years after launch.
God, I do need to fire that game up again.
We need to do some Let's Plays GTA Online.
Oh, that would be fantastic, yeah.
We just got to figure out how to record chat.
Well, yeah.
You can do it in the Elgato, but you got to have like 15 extra wires and stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. We'll figure it out. All right, so there were a couple of big shows this past week as well. We had the Game Awards. We're going to talk about that first. Let's recap the Game Awards. First off, I want to talk about something. Andrea Renee did not win Trending Gamer. Dr. Doom, what the hell is his name? Dr. Doomsday? Doom Switch? I don't know. He's a character on Twitch, and I think he just plays PUBG. I wanted Andrea to win. But there's been something that's gnawing at me, and I thought about posting it on the Kind of Funny Reddit, but I'm like, Reddit's just a very toxic place, so I didn't post it. So I want to broach this with you. Andrea didn't win. I wish she would have won. I like Andrea. She's great. I think Greg and Kind of Funny did her a disservice. And here's what I mean. Back in 2015, when Greg was up for the award, he campaigned hard, and all Kind of Funny campaigned hard to get him that award. Vote for Greg, vote for Greg. Tweet over and over and over and over. And all you got to do is click this link. Just click this link and it votes. Just click, boom, 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 boom. They basically got to the point where they've got hundreds of thousands of followers. If they get all of us to just click it, he's probably going to win. Greg won. I was very happy for Greg. Don't get me wrong. One of the best speeches ever. If you haven't seen it, just YouTube Greg Miller 2015 Trending Gamer speech. So great because he talked about, like, it's not just about the IGNs and the Kind of Funnies and the personalities and the Neil Druckmanns and the Hideo Kojimas. It's about, like, he brought up Nicole Tan. I think she did, like, background art or something for a certain game.
Right.
It's about those people and thanking those people. And it was a great speech. It was awesome. But they did the same thing with Andrea Renee this year. Vote Andrea, click this link, blah, blah, blah. Everybody on Kind of Funny over and over again. If it's Kind of Funny Morning Show or Games Daily or Gamescast or just Twitter, it's all vote, 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 vote. I think they were doing her a disservice because even if she did win, to me it felt like you're not even letting her try and win it on her own merits. You're just trying to take your hundreds of thousands of followers across the two channels, 450,000 followers, whatever it is, subscribers. And Greg has over 1 million followers on Twitter, 1.5 maybe, something like that. And you're just trying to swing the vote. And everybody else that was nominated for this thing might have been doing the same thing. I don't know.
That was what I was curious about because obviously the video game, probably 90% of the video game personalities that I follow on Twitter are all either Kind of Funny or the Kind of Funny community or whatever.
Yeah.
And even I was getting sick of seeing. I'm like, I want Andrea to win, but I'm like, just enough already. And I don't know if maybe I followed more Twitch people or I followed more of these people or that people. I may have seen the same thing for the other guys, but even I was getting sick of it. Like,
so you understand what I'm saying? That they almost, and now that she didn't win, it's even worse. That they were just like peppering everybody all the time with vote for Andrea, vote for Andrea, vote for Andrea. It's almost like,
even if she did win, like, what does it even mean at that point?
Right, that's my point. Like, I wonder what her thoughts are on this. I wonder if she was like, Greg, come on. Like, like Andrea is a great personality. She seems like such a sweet and nice and great person. Let her try and win this on her own against these Twitch people. And actually who I thought should have won it was, I can't remember the guy's name, but Able Gamers and everything that they do. I'm like, and that was a big thing. I guess people started writing into Games Daily about this. I didn't listen to those episodes, so if I'm just retreading, then I apologize. But basically being like, I know Andrea works with you, and she's great, and you want her to win, but Able Gamers is doing things for people that it's actually making a difference, not just being a personality.
Right.
And that was a big controversy, and I didn't really pay attention to it, but I just wanted to throw that out there, that it just seems like Andrea's great. Andrea can win it on her own. You should have let her go at it on her own. Because honestly, I didn't vote for anything. But I'm like, kind of like you said, I'm like, it doesn't feel fair to Andrea that you are doing this.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I had the same kind of vibe on all that, but
I wish she would have won, but she didn't win. So and Dr. Doom, whatever. I don't know. He wears a black wig and glasses, and I don't know. He just plays PUBG, whatever. I don't care. Zelda did win Game of the Year. Woo. Tune in next week. You want to do it next week?
Well, the following week's Christmas.
Yeah, so we need to get it out before then. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So next week's podcast is going to be each of us. We're going to do our top 10 games of the year. You got 10?
I probably got more than 10.
Okay, good. We're going to do our top 10 games of the year next week. No spoiler alert. Don't give away your pick.
Yep.
Zelda did win Game of the Year. Horizon Zero Dawn won nothing.
That's shocking.
And I was going back and forth with Nick, and I'm like,
But if that game came out last year, it could have
won
swept
everything.
Like, yeah,
that's what I said. Like, I do think Edith Finch actually, because Edith Finch won Best Narrative. I'm like, that's who I thought was going to win. That's if I would have voted, that's what I would have voted for. I love Horizon Zero Dawn's story, but the way that the story was told in Edith Finch was so cool and so well done.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like how when we played Firewatch, when it came out, the further away I got away from that, the higher that game went in my mind. That's how Edith Finch has been too.
Yeah.
Like the way they did the storytelling in that was just so well done. So I was happy that won, but like, it's like I told Nick, I'm like, he's like, how does Horizon not win anything? I'm like, well, you put out a Sony first party Zelda game that came out 3 days before Breath of the Wild came out, which a lot of people have said is the best game of all time. You're going to get shafted. There's nothing you can do about it. When Horizon 2 comes out, I guarantee it doesn't come out a week away from Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever the next Zelda is. Because actually, I don't think a Zelda will come out for a long time, unless it's a 2D Zelda.
Sidebar. I think you're already there. I don't remember when it was, but I think it was after that first part of the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Cass, or whatever his name is, Big Cass, the bird that sings.
I know what you're going to say.
One of the songs, he said, well, yeah, but one of the lyrics was
the Breath of the Wild. I
thought
of you because I was like, Sean finally got his answer. What is the Breath?
I still don't know what it is.
It doesn't make any sense, but he finally said,
yeah, I was so happy to
the
see
Breath
that.
and take in the Breath of the Wild. I was like, Sean!
Yeah.
But I didn't want to text you because I was like, I don't know where you're at.
Right.
But yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn, I will just say this. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. It is that high for me. And Frozen Wilds has just kept it at that level. I will also say, because I'm not giving anything away for next week, Breath of the Wild is also. It's not my favorite game of all time. It's not. Metal Gear Solid 3 is still my favorite game of all time. And I don't know. I'm to the point now where nothing
You'll
will
never
top
let
it. Nothing will top it. But it's they're both 2 of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Came out within a few days of each other.
Not even just this year, within a week of each other. That is insane. Absolutely insane. So Zelda won a few awards. It won Best Direction and a couple other things too. I can't remember what it was, but I did think Horizon, I thought Ashley Birch would have won Best Performance, but they gave it, and from everything I've heard about the game, Logan and I were going back and forth. I got to play Hellblade. Melanie Juergens, I think that might be her name, won for Best Performance, and she's not even a voice actor. She just worked on the game. They're like, hey, can you just come do the voice and do motion capture? And she did, and she won Best Performance, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of the announcements. This is special to both of us. In the Valley of Gods was announced by Campo Santo, who we just talked about, made Firewatch. Sold. That's all you had to say. Another first-person, narrative-driven adventure game by the makers of Firewatch. Yeah, it's set in 1920s Egypt. You're an archaeologist or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sign me up.
I hope there's something. I mean, I'm in regardless, but you can't do the radio thing again.
Yep.
But I hope they have something, unique. And I'm sure they will. But, oh, God, yeah, that sucks that it's 2019.
Yeah, I thought it would be 2018, but they said 2019. I'm sure they don't want to pigeonhole themselves even to get it late in the year. But,
yeah,
I mean, again, it looks beautiful. I will say, like we said the other day offline, this puts the nail in the coffin for Firewatch ever getting VR.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I knew it was never going to happen, but I'm like, just to walk around that forest and just, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend $400 on it, but if I had a VR, it would be awesome. Bayonetta 3 was announced. It is a Switch exclusive. I haven't played any of the Bayonetta games. I feel like I should. I feel like it's Platinum Games at their best. Also, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are coming to Switch in February. I feel like I might end up getting that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you play any of them?
I never played them.
No. So, Bayonetta 3, people went nuts. It's coming. Soul Calibur 6. I didn't know there was this many Soul Caliburs.
I don't understand.
I played the first one.
But I just don't get what's so special about it. I can't believe people are still just making true fighting games anymore. I mean, Street Fighter, I get because it's still. I mean, it hasn't changed, but it has. But
some of the best fighting games of the last couple of years have been NetherRealm. It's been Injustice 1 and 2. It's been the reboot of Mortal Kombat. I mean, it was Mortal Kombat 10, but it was basically a reboot. You know.
Yeah.
Tekken 7 was huge. I've just
never
Tekken.
got into any of the 3D.
The only one I got into was Virtua Fighter.
I liked Virtua Fighter 1 and 2, but when it was terrible.
Bad. It was editing it was horrible because
and as different as they were, I enjoyed the 3 Mortal Kombat games.
Oh my god, yeah.
Armageddon, Deception.
Oh, never mind. I think you meant 1, 2, and 3. I was like,
the 3 that were that style.
Yeah.
Even though it was totally different, but I much prefer just standard side-scrolling fighting games, but I don't know. I honestly don't think I ever played a Soul Calibur game. I remember when they released, what was it, 2 or 3?
With Link
on the GameCube version. I'm like,
you almost got me.
But I didn't do it. But yeah, I don't think I ever played any of them.
A lot of people are excited. I'm not that excited.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful, but I don't care. And then the biggest announcement, and I'm not going through everything because we've only been going for an hour and a half already. Death Stranding, of course, got another trailer. It wasn't just a trailer. It was a freaking 8-minute long trailer. You can't even call it a trailer at that point. It's a short film. It's a short movie, whatever you would call it. When it's 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. I'm curious to see, is that... I wonder if that's from the game. I know it's in game. I know it's whatever. But
he said it's in engine, yeah.
But is that in the game?
He said,
or they created it.
It's all in the game. He did the only thing he said though is that the underwater part where Norman Fetus is underwater, that's playable. He said so. That wasn't gameplay because it's just him floating,
right?
But can we talk about this trailer for a minute? So Metal Gear Solid 5 came out over 2 years ago now. It was 2 years ago that he announced he was going independent and he was going to team up with Sony. And then it was E3 2016. We got the first trailer. That was confusing. The second trailer was more confusing. I have no earthly idea what the hell is going on in this game. I do like that we start to see something that looks like it could be gameplay. How this trailer started out when he wakes up on the world and he's got his little backpack. And it's like they're going, the guy who's got the Norman Fetus is carrying him, and he's got the little thing goes, and it's looking for, of course, everybody's saying it's either the sorrow that's killing these people or it's Psycho Manus. They're literally doing this. They're really doing it. But when Psycho Manus, I'll just say Psycho Manus to make fun of you people, it goes, and it starts spinning and stuff. I don't even know where to start with this trailer. And then you've got it goes down Norman Reedus wakes up and he goes, huh? And the camera goes down his throat into his stomach and you see a baby go, huh? Thumbs up. I'm like, what the hell is Kojima? What are you doing? I still think
I'm a little worried about this game.
I am too. I don't know that there's any game there.
I'm thinking it's going to be a crazy story. He's not going to disappoint on the story.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the game is going to be. And I'm getting a little worried.
So you got to go back to the original thing that he said when it was first revealed. It's all about sticks and ropes. Ever since man has been alive, sticks keep enemies away. Ropes bring your friends or comrades, whatever, that brings you closer to them. All about sticks and ropes. Sticks and ropes. If you line up those first 2 trailers, when the baby disappears from Norman, it shows up in Guillermo del Toro's little bottle thing.
Yeah.
It's something, and he's talked about multiplayer. I don't know that it's going to be a direct multiplayer game. I think maybe it's going to be like Journey kind of was with multiplayer, where somebody else is in your game, but you can't really... I don't know. I almost wish we didn't get this trailer, but spoiler alert for the next topic. I'll just say it now. Mark Cerny said, well, the story starts to make sense once you've played the 4 or 5 hours of Death Stranding that I've played.
Oh, wow.
So it's playable. We heard it was playable. There was Guillermo del Toro said something a few weeks ago that, yeah, I mean, it's playable and I've seen it, whatever. But now Mark Cerny said, yeah, basically he's saying he's played 4 to 5 hours of Death Stranding. So maybe it's not a 2020 game. Maybe it is a 2019 game. It's obviously not coming out next year.
No.
Because we still have not seen game. We've had 3 trailers and not a second of gameplay.
Yep.
All right.
I'm holding out hope, but I'm definitely getting
I almost think
nervous.
this is Kojima with no shackles, with no oversight, with no nothing. I think this guy is insane, and I love him so much. If I ever get within 100 feet of him, I'm going to give him the biggest hug ever. But I think this is Kojima going full Kojima is what this game is. Yeah. And it is not Silent Hills, and it is not Metal Gear Solid 6. Please, God, people, use your brains. It's not those. All right, let's move on. Last item on the list, the PSX recap. So PSX this year kind of sucked. We had at one point talked about it'd be fun to go to PSX. I'm glad we didn't go. They had no real conference because they did their big conference at Paris Games Week when they said it was going to be E3 Part 2. The funny thing is this is E3 Part 3 because they once again did not give any friggin' release dates. I cannot believe this. So I watched the beginning of it because Jess was at Bunko and I was like, I had just beaten I died at the Moldu King or whatever he's called in Zelda. I was like, I'm done. I'm too tired. I can't do this. Like, let's turn on PSX. Really, it was just them sitting down and doing all these interviews. In the first interview they did, well, they had Sean Layden up there and they were talking, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw on Twitter, Wario tweeted, Cory Balrog's on stage now. I'm like, oh, okay, yep, off. Turn it on. Let's watch. One of the first things he says is, I'd like to give you guys the release date, but my dog ate it. I was like, Cory, come on, man. So he did say they're into playtesting phase now. He did also say the game is 25 to 35 hours long, and I just went, wow. This is my most anticipated game by far next year. More than Spider-Man, more than Red Dead, more than I don't know. This is my most anticipated game, and I cannot wait to play it.
Yeah, no, it's probably mine too.
I do still think March is possible, but I am for the first time starting to waver because we didn't get the date now. We're 3 months out.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening now.
Because they haven't even announced like collector's editions and limited editions and all this other stuff that they got to get out there so you can pre-order it. Like, I'm starting to think it might be the first main God of War game to not release in March, and I hate that because I've been saying for as long as I can remember it's going to be March. I really thought. Did you see the leak on the PlayStation Store that it leaked that the release date was April or March 22nd?
Oh, really?
But that's a Thursday. Nothing comes out on a Thursday, and then they switched it back to December 31st, 2018. So I still think it's going to be March. I hope they're not running into a bunch of issues with playtesting that they didn't anticipate. So that's what's making them too scared to say, yeah, it's March. But
right.
God, I cannot wait to play this game. I already talked about DS is playable. Death Stranding is playable for 4 to 5 hours. Days Gone is coming in 2018. Again, no release date. So remember at E3 when they said all the games that have a release date where we're saying or release window of 2018 means the first half of 2018? None of those games still have dates, and we're now almost in 2018.
Yeah.
But Days Gone's coming in 2018. That 100% confirms Last of Us is not coming in 2018. There was already no chance
I don't think it's 19 even.
But people were holding out hope. Yeah, I think it's going to skirt the line between... It's going to be just like Last of Us was. It's going to be right at the end of the PS4 cycle like that was the end of the PS3 life cycle.
Yeah.
But if Days Gone's coming out in 2018, there's literally 0% chance that they're going to put out another zombie game, quote unquote, I'm doing quotes if you're listening on audio, in 2018. They're just not going to do it.
Right.
Medieval is coming to PS4. You brought this up when I did the podcast with Nick, that Nick was going to do that as a back of the box, but you're like, I don't know that.
Like, I don't think Kevin. I mean, I don't know him either. I mean, I know of them.
I didn't know if you played them. It's just a guy. It's like a skull guy, and he's a knight. I don't know.
Yeah.
People freaked out. It's coming to PS4. I don't know anything about it. Maybe it'll be fun. I just don't care.
Yeah.
And they did also allude to the fact that Greg, of course, Greg would ask this. He asked Sean Layden in an interview, so when are we going to be able to change our name, Sean Layden? Come on. When are you going to tell me? He's like, I'll just say this. I don't know that he said the plan, but he said either the plan or his hope is that by next PSX, you never have to ask that question again. So they're working on name changes. I don't care. I mean, poor Colin is Moriarty-IGN, and he's 2 companies removed from IGN at this point.
Yeah.
But people want to change their names. I would love... I want Schreier to write a book on PSN names because I would love to, or at least part of his next book, like, how did you design a system with... It's just all tables. Like, how did you design the system to where you can't just change this field from KDubs 24 to KDubs 25? Like, what? How did you design this thing like this? It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and the fact that people have been asking for it for years and years, and I mean, it should just be so easy to implement it. And
you can change your name all you want on Xbox.
Really?
And Steam. Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo's all the stupid friend codes, but...
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That's it for the news of the week. It's been a while, but I think I still know how to do this. It's not the end of the podcast, though, Sean. Why is that?
Because it's time for... Sorry, I'm a little sick, but I'll see if my throat can handle it.
It's that time of the week when we play the... It's the back of the box challenge. That was really damn good.
That was pretty good.
I actually did good on that
We didn't miss a beat.
If you didn't know, the Back Box Challenge is how we end the podcast here every week on the 2-Player Co-op podcast. What this game is, we get together and we look at the back of a retail box. We read the back. It has been a while since I've done this, damn it. But that's all, folks. We read the back of the box aloud to the other player, bleep out any pertinent information that would give the game away or make it way too obvious. Then the other player gets to ask some follow-up questions to see if they can guess what that game is. That's the Back of the Box Challenge, and that's what we're going to do right now. You can read first. I've been talking a lot.
All right.
Also, I have 4 potential games, so I need to figure out. I'm going to see how this goes, and then I'll pick my game.
Uh-oh. I can't remember if I've done this before. I don't think I have.
Hopefully you have.
I think I looked into... I feel like I'm just running out of games.
I am too, but
so
that's
now
why
I'm to the point where I'm like,
up.
I'm going to do this game that I'm pretty sure I looked at before and decided I couldn't do it, and I'm just going to do it. So,
right.
Whatever. You are blank.
The hero of time.
A powerful young blank.
Hero of time. Do you play as Link?
No.
Okay. Are you disappointed at all that we don't play Zelda? I'm not. I would rather
not,
play
but
as
Link. I didn't.
But it would have been cool. But
right.
Okay.
A mysterious storm has swept your family away.
Okay.
The search to find them will take you through vast blank realms of treachery, beauty, and adventure.
Is this a 16-bit game?
Yes.
Did it release in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was Terra Nigma. Continue.
Use your blank to discover hidden caverns and unlock the secrets of
the ooze.
Blanks. Charge packs of bloodthirsty blanks.
We haven't done this before. I'll just say that.
No, I know we haven't done it, but I think I may have looked at it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Blank, but...
Is that the end of a sentence or the start?
It's the start of a sentence. Blank, but don't linger too long because you're a blank and need blank to blank.
Oh my God!
In your quest, you'll discover that more than your family's safety is at stake.
Why did you state?
Because I originally said state.
That's what I
changed it. State. The fate of the whole world rests on your wits and blanks.
Okay, so whatever. Okay, do you play as a human?
No.
Okay, is that what that less blank had to deal with? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have? Okay. Does the fate rest on your paws?
No.
Your fins?
Yes.
Really? Oh no! What? Oh God! What? I didn't want you to say yes. Is this part of a series?
Yes.
Is this the first?
Yes.
Is this a Genesis exclusive?
Yes.
Do play as a dolphin?
Yes.
Yes! I was like, what else is there other than Echo the Dolphin?
There's a lot of...
We did Tides of Time.
I couldn't remember if I did,
You did
that
Tides of Time.
or if I just...
I did it. One of us did, yeah.
Yeah, use your sonar to discover hidden caverns and unlock the secrets of the crystal glyphs.
Yes.
I couldn't remember if that would have given it away, but I wasn't sure.
It wouldn't have given it away, but it would have...
The one where it started out, blank, was dive deep, but don't linger too long because you're a mammal and need air to...
breathe.
You need air to breath. Not breathe.
Seriously?
Breath. Yes. I don't remember this. There's a pterodactyl. Is this
that
like
looks more like Calibri
prehistoric?
than Echo.
Oh!
We did Calibri already.
No, I know, but that just reminded me. Oh, crap.
Pregnant pause.
Where is it? Should be right here. This was Punta Cana.
Oh, okay.
I never knew this before.
Are there pterodactyls there?
No. Oh, I guess that's right.
Oh, and it's a hummingbird.
Colibri is
But it's spelled
hummingbird
wrong.
in Spanish. Yeah, but
The
spelled with
game
a C.
spelled it with a K.
Yeah.
Really?
I never knew that was hummingbird in Spanish.
I didn't either. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
Fun
you ready?
fact. Yeah, let's do it. Wait. So after that, did you decide to do an easy one or a hard one?
None of them are really that hard.
Okay, good.
Yeah, all these are games that you know. I will
Okay.
say that. The sun shimmers on the horizon. It's not Zero Dawn. As your arm to the teeth. As your armed dash to dash the dash teeth. So arm to the teeth, blank, screams from the blank, accelerating into the blank zone. High above hostile waters, your mission is to defend the task force from enemy attack. Suddenly, I'll just say it, bogeys flash onto your radar. Oh, damn it.
Is this Top Gun?
All right, let me read it from the beginning. The sun shimmers on the horizon as your arm to the teeth Navy fighter screams from the carrier deck, accelerating into the danger zone.
Oh, yeah.
High above hostile waters, your mission is to defend the task force from enemy attack. Suddenly, bogeys flash onto your radar. They're everywhere, diving towards you at Mach 2. Only a second to react. You go to guns and arm missiles. You have arm missiles, I guess. That's not telling you to arm your missiles, right? Your heart pounds and palms sweat as you blast into
Knees
the
weak, arms are
dogfight
heavy.
with cannons blazing. Tracers zip past your engines. Shells shatter your senses. Now it's just you against them. And to survive, you'll need more than speed and firepower. You'll need guts and instinct. You'll need a Top Gun pilot.
Aren't they remaking this? Or did I
No,
just
they're
make
making
that?
Top Gun 2 with him.
Oh,
with,
it's a sequel.
with Cruise, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact, shout out to this guy because we fired it up on the Raspberry Pi. He landed it on the carrier the first try.
I think I landed, when we owned this game, like when I was a kid, I bet I landed 2, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things, especially Mario 3, my skills have decreased over the years.
Clearly, this one got much better.
But I must have, I learned how to fly a fighter jet between then and now.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be that easy. Good God.
Something about, as soon as you said bogeys, I'm like.
I know.
oh,
That,
Top
see,
Gun.
I'm like, ugh. But I'm like, if I.
But judging by what you read, half of that would have been bleeped out.
Yeah.
So if
That's
I
why
didn't get
like,
that, I just sort of,
It's like, maybe he'll think it's UN Squadron, and then I'll say no, and then he'll say Top Gun. Oh, God. Hey, that's been episode 101 of the Two Player Co-op podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. Like we said, go back, check out Mario Mondays. We did our final episode of World 8 of Super Mario Brothers 3. Went up 2 days ago or 3 days ago, based on depending on when you're watching this. Of all the shout-outs, though, there's one shout-out I need to give first. Ernie Carruthers, you
Killing
know
it.
him as the Blurred Without
Killing
Fear. I was going to say he hit 1,000 subs, but actually I think he might be over 1,200 by now. We've been talking about him a lot because Ernie is part of the Nerd 901 family. If you didn't know, we are also. So go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. But not only is he part of the Nerd 901 family, Ernie the Blurred Without Fear, he's just shy. 1,197. By the time you're watching this, he's over 1,200 subs.
Probably over 1,500.
Ernie's been blowing up. Seriously, if you guys like comic books, go to youtube.com/blurredwithoutfear. I am telling you, go check him out. He is doing great work.
Yep.
I said it. I don't know if I said it on here, if I just said it to Ernie, but I said, dude, when he hit 100 subs, I was like, you are going to leave us in the dust. You are doing something that is sorely lacking on YouTube. Everybody talks about video games. Everybody talks about movies. Not a lot of people are doing comics the way Ernie is doing comics. And he's doing an awesome job. youtube.com/blurredwithoutfear. Go check him out. I promise you will not be disappointed. I'm proud of you, Ernie. Keep it up, dude. And he's got a Patreon. Go support him over there. Patreon.com/blurredwithoutfear. Shout out to you, Ernie. Good job. And also he does a podcast. Obviously, he does the Pixels and Papers podcast still. So go check that out as well. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at KevinWhite24. He's at Real Sean White. Together we're at 2player_co-op. YouTube.com/2playercoop. That's where we live. Make sure you head over to there if you're not watching there already and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Share the video with your friends. We got to catch up to Ernie now. We got a really long ways to go.
We need 700 subs.
We only need 700 subs. We can get it by next episode. No big deal at all. If you like audio, we are on audio at iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and audio services around the world. And again, we got a Facebook page that we never update. Facebook.com/2playercoop gaming. Go ahead and check over. Damn it.
You're a little rusty. Rusty!
We get tagged and stuff there. Go check out all our stuff there as well. That's it for episode 101. Come on back next week for episode 102, where we're going to go through our top 10 games of the year. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until the next time, let's see how rusty this guy is. Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Nope. Thank you for playing.
Nope.
Hit my arm. Thank you for playing.
Oh!
Once you were like,
flight of it.
I'm like, this is my dang. I'm never.
That was the right flight path, but then it went a little to the right.
Yeah.
It was good. Hey.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, you got to do the thing. Bye, guys.
Thank you for playing.